Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, back doing a best of 3 Wilds of Eldraine draft. Devouring Sugar Maw is our rare here. Looks pretty awesome. So it creates a human and a food token, and then it turns into a 6/6 Minis. This is insane. Wait. Minis Trample, 6/6 for 4, but at the beginning of your upkeep, you may sacrifice an artifact, enchantment, or token if you don't tap it. I see. So you set it up with the have for dinner, you get at least 2 sacks out of it. Otherwise, you just have to tap it. It's a great card. Easy pickup here. Dutiful Griffin is good. Flyer for a good cost, and it comes back. Grasp of Fate is some removal. It's very strong. Frolicking Familiar is a great card. Removal plus evasive dude that gets big. Ego Drain lets you look at their hand and get stuff. But you need a fairy, otherwise you get punished. Candy Grapple, some removal. Fireball, some removal. Alright, follow up pick. Ooh. Let's see, another rare. So this one, instant speed, create a food, and when it enters up to one target creature, it's -X until end turn, where X is the amount of life you've gained this turn. Works pretty well with its own food token. Jeez. Well, easy pickup considering our first pick. Otherwise, yeah, Archive Dragon, Flying Ward 2, Scries, so it's good. Evasive. Graceful Takedown is some removal. Royal Treatment. You get the roll. You give Hexproof too, it's nice. What's the Grim Search do? Bargain. Look at top 4. You draw 2 cards and you lose 2 life, but if you bargain, you can, I see, you can like cherry pick what you want. Pretty good. I like the Keep Guard. Good card for the enchantment deck, or just deck that has a lot of rolls in it. Yeah. Alright. So there's Candy Trail here, which I think is actually a good card. Comes in Scries, then you sack it, you gain life, and you draw. I mean, it's good. At colorless especially. Monstrosity is really good with the Sugar Maw, because you get 2 sacks out of it. Sack this, then you get the food that you can also sack. It's nice. Otherwise, in white, we have a Keep Guard. Could take the Monstrosity. It synergizes with both the Poisoner and the Sugar Maw. Otherwise, we've got some Adventure Spell synergies here with Chancellor of Tales, which is pretty cool. I mean, we have 2 Adventure dudes already. Obviously, I have some incentive, I agree, to go black here. We want to cut black hard. Since we got back-to-back rares. What? 2-drop, 2/2. Mill 7, put a creature, enchantment, or land from among the milled cards on the battlefield. Otherwise, 2-drop that ramps. And you can kind of infinitely chump block with it if you discard a card. Like block, discard, replay it, maybe do it again. Hopeless Nightmare, actually not a bad card. I like Hopeless Nightmare. There's Ginger Brute as well. This is a pretty cool card. Because you can return it and do it again. You can't mill 7 that much in limited. But that is a strong effect. Does this let you sack enchantments? I didn't see. Yeah, it does. Well, I'm going to take the Nightmare because it works really well with the Sugar Maw. You get to play this, make him discard, lose 2 life, then you sack it later. You scry 2. Alright. So this comes in with a Cursed Roll attached to it. So you can actually sack that to Sugar Maw too. Wow. That's really cool. Because this card is hard otherwise. But it's got lifelink too, so it has some synergy with Poisoner. Otherwise, Lightblades is some removal. You can bargain. I see. You can sack the Curse Roll for that too. This is uncommon, so I would expect you'd see more bargain stuff. I'm going to take it. I think this is a trap card, unfortunately, but I'm going to take it. Rat Out is pretty cool. Kill spell, For X1s, that gives you a body that you can sack. Conceited Witch, not bad either. And I mean, putting this on top of this makes it bigger because you can get rid of the cursed roll. That's true. Pretty tempted to take this rat out though. I think it's good. Killing X1s. This is good with the rat deck. If you're making enough rats. But I'll take removal rat maker. Dark Tutelage. This is a little bit of a liability. So otherwise we just have Sugar Rush. Creature card with mana value 3 or less. So you can get Poisoner back. That's pretty good actually. Can't get the Sugar Maw, but you can get the... It's kind of cool actually. You can get Courtier back too. And you can put the... That's pretty cool. I wonder how that stacks. Because it enters with that, and then once it enters, you attach this to it. I don't know. We'll find out. The hard or easy way. So another Hopeless Nightmare, Slumbering Keep Guard. Current enchantment count is... It's more than 1, because this has a enchantment too. And this makes an enchantment. So really we have like 3, but I could take another Hopeless Nightmare. It's cool that it makes them discard. If they're low on cards in hand, this is actually kind of good. I do think Keep Guard is pretty nuts though. I'm going to take Nightmare number 2. Keep Guard might have been the pick there. So Savor the Sleeping's fine. It's got Vigilance. Ego Drain with no fairies doesn't seem great. And then Reindeer's not bad either. But I'll take the Savior. Especially if I'm sacking stuff, that makes sense. So I could take the Keep Guard now. Or I could take the Grim Search. The reason I like the Grim Search is that it's card advantage, which is good, but sacking a Cursed Roll or a Hopeless Nightmare is pretty nice. All right, we'll take the Keep Guard now. It's a nice pickup this late. Guess I don't really care about any of this. We'll take the weakest card. Because we're not in those colors, so no competition necessary. I think that card's better, so I'll pass that. All right, well, blue seems open. Hild of Icy Crown, so Mythic, 3/4. Whenever you tap an untapped creature and opponent controls, you pay 1. Wow. I mean, there's definitely some stuff that taps in white, but it's more the blue-white mechanic. So that's going to be tough. Having said that, it still might just be worth splashing for. That is crazy. Just making 4/4s every time you tap their dudes. Or putting a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. I mean, that's a really strong effect. I think we risk splashing it. Mana players in here too. It's funny. Shrouded Shepherd. Wow, this is good too. Cleave Shadows, because we can do that. That's tough. It kills all their rats. The problem is we're not going to be tapping untapped creatures they control. I'm going to go... That's a tough one. This card is so strong, but... If you don't have stuff that taps stuff down, it's kind of pointless. I don't even know what this does. 3 mana, 2/2 flash. Enters, exile up to one other target non-fox creature until it leaves the battlefield. And then you can sack and gain 2 life. That's awesome. Flash, exile something. Non-fox creature. This is awesome removal too. Jeez. Light Blade's in here, which I would totally play with double Nightmare and all that. It's great. Shatter the Oaths, totally playable. Archon's Glory, totally playable. A lot of good cards for us here, but we'll go with the rare. Surgenger, 2 mana, 3/1, has Trample, Hexproof, and Haste as long as an opponent controls Planeswalker. That's not going to happen. Whenever another artifact you control is put into a graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on it and scry 1. Wow. That's awesome, because we have food token makers already. Admittedly, we don't have a ton yet, but We'll find more. This one makes it 2. Dutiful Griffin's good, but this is a solid 2-drop. 2-mana 3/1 that grows and scries, and you can gain life from it. It's a lot of abilities. It's good. Another Fairy Fencing would be good too. This is some pretty good removal, actually. I'm going to go with the rare, though, the 2-drop. That grows. That could be wrong. Another Hopeless Nightmare. Just great for bargaining. Otherwise, Voracious Vermin gives you 2 bodies, which is good. 3 Bowls of Porridge is not bad. You can kill some stuff with it. Hatching Plants is very good with bargain. Really strong. I'm gonna go with another Nightmare. It might be getting a little excessive here. We'll see. Well, we could have had 1 tap effect. Blue is definitely open. I'm gonna take the Wicked Visitor though, because we have a fair amount of enchantments already. Okay, 2 or more non-land permanents. We can do that. I'd rather have the Evasive Dude, I think. Although this is, yeah. Oh, it's got First Strike built in too. That's nice. I feel like it's still better to have a flyer, but... This has lifelink too. I'm going to go with the Evasion. Could be wrong. The difference between a 3 and a 4-drop is a little wider than one would think, but... Alright, we can take removal now. Take Glass Casket. It's good removal. I like the Assassin a lot too. This is a good card. But I'm going to go with the Casket. Light Blades came back. Tabby's cool too. I actually like this card. It's really good with the Sugar Maw. Sacking the Nightmares and then making rats that you can sack. Has Death Touch, but I'm going to take the Light Blade. I actually need some more bargain stuff for these Hopeless Nightmares. So Break the Spell actually is pretty legitimately good. I don't know if I want too many Grim Searches, but we do have some life gain in here. That's a nice way to do it. But I'm going to take Break the Spell because it's still good with Nightmare. You get to scry 2 draw. Don't really need Sugar Rush. I'll take the Reindeer. It's not bad either. I'm going to take Break the Spell though. 2 Break the Spell seems good with Curse. with our trap card. I'll take the weakest card here, which is maybe Misleading Modes. I'll take the white card, cut white. All right. Gosh, blue is wide open, but we have a lot of good cards. All right, 2-drop 3/2 that can't block, but when it dies, you make a bunch of rats. That's nice. Oh, this card's so good too. Knight of Doves. Wow. I could see the Knight of Doves even being better with our bargain stuff here. It is nice. How many enchantments do we have? It says we only have 3, but we have more than that. I think I'll take the rare. I just like the fact that we can draft a bunch of rares. Plus 2-drop 3/2 is pretty good. Power level out there. Coming out swinging. It's cool with Not Dead After All too, actually. That Knight of Doves is super strong, but I'm going to take the Tangled Colony. Stab Wound is legitimate win con, but we probably want this Candy Grapple since it's got the bargain on it too. How many creatures do we have? 13? All right. Questing Druid, I just want to read it. Cool. Play extra cards and then make it bigger. Great card. Love the Assassin. This Tough Cookie's a great card too. But I'm going to take the removal. Can get the Griffin. We do have some rats for Virtue, but I don't think it's worth going that route. Moment of Valor's not bad. What's this? Turn up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. It's this effect is usually pretty good. Getting 2 creatures back is pretty good. Dutiful Griffin is pretty good too. Some more evasion. But, I mean, we have some good rares we want to get back. I'm going to take back for seconds. I like Vampiric Rites a lot, actually. It's a good card. It's better in a probably strictly rat deck. Might just make more sense to take the Evolving Wilds. This is a legitimately good effect. You just don't have a ton of good creatures to sack to it. So I'll take the Wilds, which just makes the deck, because we're already in cut mode, so it's a good spot to be. What does this mythic do? Spend mana as though it were mana of any color to activate abilities of creatures you control. Creatures you control with +1/+1 counters on them have all activated abilities of all creature cards exiled with it. Exile a target card from a graveyard. When a creature card is exiled this way, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. That seems way strong. So you can tap an instant speed. Wait. This is insane. Exile a card, and when you exile a creature from a graveyard, you put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. Am I reading that wrong? That seems so good. Screen Puff is actually a good card. We may have enough early game where, yeah, we need some more late game. I'm going to take the Puff. So I can take the, we can take Not Dead After All. Guard is for the blue-white. I don't know if we need to keep Guard, plus we already have one. Could take another flyer, or could take the bargain lifelink. How many creatures do I have? 14. I'm going to take the flyer. Oh, too late. Land tax. Wow. This card's actually good. I mean, this land tax is legitimately really good. It is. If you ever... it makes you want to be on the draw. That is for sure. All right, we got Knight of Doves back, which is just crazy. We're going to take that. Take the Sage. We need, I guess we need more creatures. Virtue. Moment of Valor is good, I think. Pretty nice combat trick. Don't really need Sugar Rush, I guess. I'm not going to play it. I guess I'd rather have the Sage because of the enchantment. All right. Interesting little deck here. So we got some good rares. We have to make 10 cuts if I'm playing 17 lands. Maybe with land tax I can get away with 16. I kind of feel like that's the case. Get any... Gosh, that's so good. It's so good. All right, so we still have to make 9 cuts. And we have 17 creatures. I feel like we can probably cut Wicked Visitor. It's not that it's a bad card. I just think we're doing better things. Probably doing better things than the Sages, too. They do let you scry, though. So 4 mana, 3/3 scry whenever it attacks. It's not the worst. I might cut the Keep card. Keep card usually late game at least gets big, though. So I could see that being good. You know, I kind of feel like maybe cutting the Savior, though. We're not really a deck that's going to take advantage of Reindeer, I don't think. I think I can cut that. Definitely want that. This grows. It might be worth keeping. Probably could cut the Sages. I don't know if I need the Return Triumphant. It is pretty cool with some cards, though, but I could see cutting that, too. Let me read this one more time, because I feel like I'm going crazy here. You can spend mana as though it were mana of any color to activate abilities of creatures you control. Creatures you control with +1/+1 counters on them have all activated abilities of all creature cards exiled with it. Exile a card from my graveyard. If it's a creature card, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It's so good. I mean, it's not good if there's no creature cards in graveyards, but if there is creature cards in graveyards, you just tap at instant speed and change combat math. I like it. I want the card draw. So we're already at 15 creatures, which means we're going to have to look at other things. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to keep the break the spells instead for more value with the Hopeless Nightmares, because I like the idea of, well, you play it, discard, lose 2, and you sack it, scry 2, draw. I mean, it's not amazing. It's basically use 2 cards to draw a card, they discard, they lose 2 life, scry 2. It's okay. It's marginal. It may not be worth it. There's some serious bargaining going on, though. We didn't get that much boot creation, honestly. Oddly enough. Yeah, and they work well with Native Doves. That's true. But I have to make 6 cuts, huh? And I only have 15 creatures. Well, maybe I'll cut the Moment of Valor, because we still have pretty good removal. Yeah, it's some removal too. Thinking about cut and return Triumphant. It is cool, but I need an actual decent creature count. I feel like I'm inevitably going to have to probably cut a Hopeless Nightmare. I can probably cut 1 Sage. They're not that great. It's really almost like a 4-drop. I really hope I would never play it as a 2/2. So, 14 creatures. With the card draw we have, it's probably okay. I could see maybe doing 2 Hopeless Nightmares instead. They're good bargain fodder, but so's Rat Out. Oh, I guess this makes foods. That's nice. Maybe go to 2. Maybe go to 1, break the spell. Because I've still got enough bargain for that card. Yeah, we have to make 1 more cut here. Probably shouldn't be a creature. Technically could be, I just don't love that idea. I want this. I feel like this is good. You can put Sugar Mod directly on the battlefield if you bargain. It's pretty strong. Could maybe go to 13 creatures. I really don't love that idea though. This is card draw. We already cut 1 of these. I could break the spell. I don't love this, but I'm hopeful that we probably have enough bargain. We have like Grapple, Light Blade. Back for seconds. Grim Search. It's a fair amount. Sugar Moss Axe. All right, we'll see. I did not realize land tax was in this set. That's kind of insane. All right, well, it looks like a fun deck. We'll run it like this. We'll see you round one. All right, we're in round one. We'll play first. Oh yeah, we want to draw first because of land tax. Can't get used to that. Well, this hand is amazing. You actually get to do Courtier into Grim Search, so that's cool. Ooh, that's a good draw. No attacks. That's a good sign. So we actually probably want to do the guide first, I'm guessing. Guide into search. That's nice. Let's do the guide. It's set up for now. Things has reach too. Important to note. It is a grabby giant after all. Back for seconds is nice. So we can attack with Courtier and then do Grim Search and sack the curse token. Okay, so we'll kill the big dude. And then we get, put 2 of them into your library. All right, let's put this in the keep guard in the library. Wait, what? Oh wait, that's not what I wanted to do. Can I go back? Dang it. All right, I screwed up. It did not do what I thought it did. It kind of works out okay, I guess. Yeah, it works out okay, I guess. So we can play our own Sugar Maw too. I take it. So we can sack a food, probably. Oh, I like that. All right. So we can make a, that's pretty good. So I mean, we can do that now, but I think we'll just wait. All right. So playing against black, red. I feel like Archon's Glory is going to be good. But I have to decide. Hopeless Nightmare is going to be presumably worse against them. Yeah. But at the same time, we kind of need some bargain fodder too. But getting the lifelink is important, I think. So I just think Hopeless Nightmare in a vacuum is probably worse against them. Rat Out at least has some targets, although not in love with any of them. Moment of Valor is not bad. Deals with the giant, deals with Sugar Maw. Huh. Tangled Colony is quite a bit worse. No block. Guess I could do the Visitor instead. It's a worse card, but at least I can block. Sage is probably better at that point. So I have a reasonable creature count. Yeah, Grim Search was really good there. And you don't, well, you don't have to bargain it, but you still lose life. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we're going to keep the Soul Cauldron too, I think. This is a one-lander. Probably shouldn't do that against aggro. This one's good enough. So we'll keep this and we'll ditch... guess we could ditch Savior. Yeah, that kind of makes sense to me, actually. This Shepherd looks amazing. I guess I mean I can get immediate value here and then turn on Soul Cauldron. Yeah, I think I will. It's kind of just free value too. Kind of an easy little planes there. So we'll play our own Monstrosity. I think we'll just play the Shepherd. And I'll play the Soul Cauldron. It's just activated abilities. All right. No problem. All right. So I think we want them to sack first. They can sack the Hopeless Nightmare. They get a scry too. Wow. All right. We'll see for round two. All right, round two we'll play first. Looks good to me. Always love to see Evolving Wilds doing its job. Great card. All right, we'll just crack this now. Get our white mana. All right. So we can play the Savior this turn. So got some choices here. We'll take it. Let's just casket the messenger. Feels like certainly good enough value. This card's amazing. I don't want them to counter this either, so. And then I think we'll just rat this out now. It's a good card. That's cool. I'm gonna go for it here. Atlantex. I probably should have played the land tax first so I could pump the keep guard. Definitely don't need that. Let's see here. So I can only pump keep guard once right now. Not sure if that matters. I'm good in here too, it's okay. All right. I don't mind kind of knowing what their last card is too. Because now we can play a land next turn and we're fine. We're getting 3 lands out of our decks every turn, which is just ridiculous in itself. I mean, you really can't get better deck thinning than that. So we can do back for seconds, get our 2 dudes back. But Grim Search might just be better. Sack the token. I can't sack Tangled Colony. I can sack land tax. Let's see. Probably makes more sense to just back for seconds here. Oh, I don't need to bargain though, do I? No. I guess it wouldn't hurt. I mean, we deck then 6 cards. It's pretty good. Draw 6 lands is pretty good. Could have kept it going, but I'm kind of okay with this. Yeah, particularly now. All right, they've got 2 blockers. They do have the food though, so let's bargain here. All right, they've had enough. So we're playing against green-blue. I imagine they have some big things in there. I think Hopeless Nightmare is a lot better in this matchup. I'm gonna guess. Depends on if they have a lot of card draw or not. They didn't show us that much, but the Noble has to die too. Noble's a big deal. I could see maybe cutting Rat out, even though it was kind of good this match, because they got some strong rares. So why don't we cut Rat out? I could see Nightmare being worse too, though, because they have stuff that comes back from their graveyard. I think they have some baddies, but they're kind of like a fairy deck too. Huh. It's interesting. I think the Glory is going to definitely be good. We need that flying, that bargain flying. We have some other removal too, which is good. The Light Blades, the Casket, etc. The question is, do I want the other Nightmare too? Presume they have fatties in there. Well, it's nice that the Soul Cauldron actually deals with their dead Dreadwood guy too. It is nice. Kind of want to put in the Nightmare. I don't know what to cut for it though. Let's just stick with 2. Gotta keep it. We have the nice combo with Courtier and Grim Search, but we do need another land. All right, let's do the Nightmare. It's early, but it allows us to attack too, which is good. Oof, beautiful. Oops, not that one. I love Collector's Vault. Collector's Vault's a great card. Let's do the Courtier here. We get to scry again. We want to top more land. Knight of Doves is pretty sweet, actually. But we need the land more. It's more pressing. We can't miss land drops this early. All right. So they wisely kept the 3/3 back. We're going to do the Grim Search now. Because I want to hit the land. So this is 2 and 2 on the library. Guess we'll just take one of each and draw the black for it. Doesn't matter. See if this gets countered. If it does, we have back for second, so it's not the end of the world. Gets exiled. It's pretty relevant. All right, we gotta take 3. All right, well, we can deal with that at least, because that card's just amazing. All right. So we can back for second. So we only have 1 card in the graveyard, though. Guess we can just attack. They probably, I don't see them blocking anyway. And then we'll, that's sorcery. Well, bit of a bind now. All right. Oh, there we go. Well, that's nice. Definitely keeping both of those. Yeah. Love Collector's Vault. Great card. Gotta block. I don't want to take 5 here and Titanic Growth or whatever. All right, so just play this. So, all right. So 6 mana total. You get the 3/2 plus, so we can kill that, or more likely the familiar. All right, fair enough. All right, so take care of that, dude. So I can kill the fawn, but we don't have lethal, right? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're 1 short. Oh, dang. Tough spot. Then they have the food too, so I have to keep that in mind. They can't sack it this turn, but if I get in for 8 here, I still think that, yeah, I guess the best play is get in with the colony and the shepherd and the bodyguard. They can sack the food this turn, actually, yeah. Interestingly. So we'll create a food, sack of food, poisoner, and eat familiar. And they have 4 life and a food, so they really have 7 life. We don't have any enchantments. So keep guard's not doing all that much right now. Bummer. Well, I guess it lets us scry and use keep guard. That's nice. So we can sack, token, to kill, click. Or to kill hunter. And then attack with poisoner. Guess we just, at that point, smash with everything. Probably sacking the land tax though, yeah. So we'll do -5 on that. Sack the land tax. Oh, now I can't keep guard though, huh? Yeah. Could be worse. So attack with everything. We gotta attack with everything, right? They block keep guard and a rat. Or they block keep guard and a shepherd. And they take 6. I think it's probably worth it. guess I should have sacked the rat. Yeah, that would have made more sense. I don't have an enchantment, right? But do I want them to know that I don't have an enchantment? I feel like, am I missing something? Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Oof, got a good mill off there. They actually, unfortunately, have a good block for the poisoner. They can block with the prankster and the fawn. So I don't really have a great attack here. And the more turns we take off, the better they're going to be looking too. Yeah, because their prankster's vigilant as well. Yeah, the attack's just not good enough. And Collector's Vault's going to win him the game, but it's a great card, so can't really go wrong with that. We do have Enchantment Destruction, I guess. Yeah, maybe I should be using that. That makes sense. Just such an excellent card. It's just so excellent. Well, I guess I can't use it right away because it's a tap ability. And they don't have a Planeswalker, so it doesn't have haste. So we're dead here. Do I have outs for Collector's Vault? I don't think I do. I think that's more Green's territory in this format. I'm debating getting off of the Hopeless Nightmares and maybe ditch the Keep Guard. Could see doing that. See a bounce too, though. Some good stuff there. Instant speed removal and such. I might just bring these in for their bitter chills. Gosh, when you blow them up, they get to draw too. Draw as well, I should say. That's good. It's really good. This only blows up enchantments too. Yeah. God, I feel like the Nightmare's not gonna do it. Yeah, it's a tough one. Keep Guard's gotta go. We'll bring in maybe bigger dudes. Like a reindeer, I guess. We don't even have many enchantments. Moment of Valor, so Doesn't really deal with enough dudes either. Tough one. I don't even really love Break the Spell here, but yeah, that's not pretty. I just felt like, yeah, it's really tough. I know I'm supposed to be on the draw for land tax, but I keep forgetting, I guess. I mean, being on the draw has its disadvantages too, so I'm not sure you want to just straight be on the draw because you're running land tax. I still got to play and get value out of land tax without being on the draw. I got the food they can sack, huh? Okay. Not quite the color I was looking for, but it's all right. So I guess we'll sack the food to kill the hunter. Take it. Artifact, enchantment, or token. So I do have 2 tokens I can sack. This has reach. So do I kill the mana dude or the 2-1? I probably kill the mana dude. I'm thinking. You're probably a bitter chill for that, but whatever, we'll force it. Okay. So we don't have to sack a token, that's fine. It's cool. So yeah, it's fine. No reach. That one's got reach. Nothing there. So they don't have food to sack either. Why didn't I make food again? Oh, it's when it deals combat damage to a player. I see. I see. Oh. Yeah. Guess we could technically take these two. They get to draw off that too. I'm not sure that matters though. They're gonna get to draw, which is, I don't even have anything to sack, so I probably shouldn't blow that up. That's alright. Oh, that's a good one. So I can even exile their land. It's kind of sweet. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna be patient here with land tax. Oh, I actually can play a land. Whoops. Because they have the 3/3 creature land too. So they want Sugar Maw to untap? I see. Probably because I don't have great sack fodder for it. Oh, they're cursing it. I see. That makes sense. Well, I guess I can break the spell now. I still don't have anything good to sack, though. I don't want to sack the land tax yet. Not yet. Now I can. Wow. Can't believe we got there. It was a good deck we played against there. See you in round 3. This hand's fine, actually. I was going to say a little on the slow side, but it's really not. We still have a turn 2 play, solid turn 3. So do guide into puff, I'm guessing. I'll block it, it's fine. Knight of Doves doesn't do a ton for me right now, so let's just get the trick out of the way. I think I'm gonna block again. Yeah, now we like trade. I'm alright with this. A counterspell too, huh? 5/4 menace. It's pretty good. Alright, so we've got 6 mana. Guess we do Sage, Unassumed, plus Colony. Was I supposed to do the Sugar Maw first? Not 100% sure on that. So I can do both of these. I'm not dead, am I? I just can't attack with the Sage. So, do the Surge. I'm not going to bargain. Alright, We'll do the Sugar Moss. Let's attack with the Colony. So they can't block. Oh, wow. Well, I see. Can I even afford to take 10 here? Guess with a double block, I take 9. What's the wicked roll? I lose a life. So I take 9. Oh, wow. Their last card, relevant last card too, huh? Nice hand. They kind of just had everything in perfect mana to boot. I feel like I'm gonna ditch Nightmare. They're like ultra aggro. I think we're gonna ditch the Colony too. I want the lifelink. Potentially. Moment of Valor does deal with a reasonable amount of dudes, I guess. So they're just like aggro to the ultimate aggro. Alright. Rat out still definitely deals with stuff. Yeah, it deals with stuff. Need 2 more cards. Guess we can do Visitor. It's a blocker. Doesn't let him set up. Another Sage. Alright. I don't love paying life, but we need the card draw. I could ditch Keep Guard, probably. Yeah. Could do the Triumphant. I'll try it. We definitely don't want to be on the draw against this. Soul Cauldron's a wee bit slow here, but I guess we'll do it. I guess I could have done the Soul Cauldron. That's true. I'm going to do the Sage. All right. I need to find a way to get 2 permanents next turn. I don't know if I can do that. I need that lifelink. Oh, maybe I should have blocked there in hindsight. All right. So I can sack the food. Play the poisoner. I can get that back though. It's kind of nice. All right, we can do land tax now. What does this do? Oh yeah, pump it with like dragons and stuff. It's pretty good. All right, so we'll play land tax. So we do land tax, Soul Cauldron. Oh. It's when it enters? Oh, that's so good. Wow. So let's just sack this. All right, good. So, do we have enough early game to beat this deck? They are all in aggro. Hopefully rat out's good enough. I haven't figured out if it is yet. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that. Definitely. Shepherd, nice. Maybe I'll get some value out of that. Tattered, rattered. Hmm. Hmm. This menace. Second attack with the courtier. And we'll just use Light Blades Bargained. Actually, I don't even have to. Guess I could just do this and do the Shepherd, huh? Yeah, you know what? I think I will. I'm actually gonna, well, kind of have to sack the food here, don't I? That's good. Oh, sweet. God, they are digging. We don't have any enchantments, so I guess I can just smash. I wonder if I should sandbag that. Maybe it doesn't matter. All right. Let's see here. All right, 7. Guess I could have attacked with everything. I was kind of saving this poisoner for something bigger, but at this point, might just need to do it. It's a sorcerer roll again. That's scries, right? At 3 life. Yeah, I better get this dude down then. All right. Wow. Took the draft. Beat some pretty good decks, actually. Fun matches. Let's do some pack one pick ones here, huh? All right. Well, already played it. I did like it. I mean, it's a big donut. How can you go wrong? Right? I love Unruly Catapult. I love Acolyte. I think they're both great. But you get 2 built-in sack fodders for this. 4/4 or 4 mana 6/6 menace trample. I mean, that is really strong. And the downside's not even that bad. You just have to tap it if you can't sack. I think it's worth taking. That's a strong effect. All right, Karmic Justice. Whenever a spell or ability an opponent controls destroys a non-creature permanent you control. This is probably not that good for a limited. A Tale for the Ages is good if you get enough roll cards, but it's kind of a heavy build around. I'd probably just take Acolyte. This card's so fantastic. 3 mana 2/2 draw is good enough, but on top of that, instant speed, get any permanent back on top of your library. It synergizes with itself. Great card. I'd go Acolyte. Polluted Bonds. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under opponent's control, this takes too long to get going, so not worth it. Iron Crag is kind of a cool card. I do like this one. Whenever a legendary creature enters the battlefield under control, you may have... I see. At worst, it's a mana rock, though, which is still pretty good for some colors. I could see taking that. And then, at best... you can equip it, get +3/+3, and lose all other abilities. I don't know why you lose abilities, but that's fine. Yeah, I'd probably just go Iron Crag as a little mana rock. Be happy enough about that. Although, Tome Seeker's pretty amazing, too. That's good bargain value. Get an instant or sorcery back. It's to your hand, too. Yeah, maybe the Tome Seeker is the best, then. That's tough. This is a rare, is an uncommon. It's kind of a rare effect. A 2 mana mana rock. You don't see those as often. Maybe the Crag. Quick mana is still better, I think. Jumping from 2 to 4 on turn 3 is still a big deal for access for any color to do. Farsight Ritual, look at top 4. If the spell's bargain, look at top 8. Put 2 in your hand. Wow, it's a cool card. It's instant speed too. It's a nice rare. Swarm Piper. Whenever something dies, make a rat, and you can give your rats Death Touch. That guy's good too. Lightblade's great. Love Curse of the Were box. Super strong too. Impact Tremors is very fun with the rats. Knight of Sweet's Revenge. I did play it once. It's kind of clunky, but you can win with it. I think I'd take the Ritual. It's a fun blue card. Blue must be the worst because no one drafts it. Yeah, Force Fruition's kind of funny. It's a funny win con. In Limited, this really goes off. I could see this being a legitimate win con in Limited. It forces them to have... If you're in a stalemate position, it really puts you ahead, I feel like. Because if they cast a spell, 7 cards is such a significant amount of your library in Limited that this really only lets them cast maybe 3 spells tops, I feel like, before they're done. And then they can't cast any more spells. But it's 6 mana. It's a big ask. And Bodyguard is so good. Force Fruition would be a more fun way to win, but it's got to be Bodyguard. This card's amazing. Body deal with something, get a body, that also can sack itself and still gain you life, even if they have their removal. Really nice. Grasp of Fate, great removal. Threadbind Click, I was impressed with it. I liked how well it played for my opponent who played it. Hamlet Glutton plays way better than it looks. If you're ever paying 5 mana for a 6/6 trample gain 3, you're pretty happy. Love Firebolt. Probably just go Grasp of Fate though. Solid enchantment-based removal that can deal with almost anything. I should have looked closer at the Restless Cottage too though. Might have been a good man land. All right, Tally and the Kindly Lord. 4 mana, 3/4 flyer. Choose between 1 and 10. Oh yeah, this is a cool card. Whenever an opponent casts a spell with mana value, power, or toughness equal to the chosen number, they lose 2 life and you draw a card. It's kind of a cool mythic. I really like that effect a lot. That was a creative design. Collector's Vault is so good. Collector's Vault wins games. I'd probably go Mythic just because it's an interesting card. And I don't even know what number I'd choose. Probably 3. 3 is probably the... 2 or 3 is the magic number, I'm sure, in Limited. Leyline of Lightning. It's in your opening hand. Begin with it on the battlefield. Whenever you cast a spell, you can pay 1. And, yeah. It's cool. Player Planeswalker only, but it's cool. Just take another bodyguard, I think. Genius Prodigy, so it's got Skulk. And at the beginning of your upkeep, if it has 1 or more, you can remove 1 if you do draw a card. So you make it smaller, but as it gets smaller, it's less blockable. That's cool. It's Cheeky House Mouse. 1 mana, 2/1. It's got Squeak By. Target creature control gets +1/+1. It can't be blocked by creatures power 3 or greater. Oh, that's cool. Cheeky. Probably go Prodigy. I mean, you just pump a bunch of mana into it. It's a huge creature. Then you're removing 1 a turn, maybe if you want. Drawing cards. It's cool. I like it. Good value. Another Prodigy? Well, probably. I was impressed with Bitter Chill. That graveyard ability is indeed relevant. They can't even blow it up without you getting some value out of it, so it's nice. Unless you're tapped out. But Feed the Cauldron is cool. But I'd go with another Prodigy. And finally, last pick. Let's see. Nature's Will. 4 mana. Whenever 1 or more creatures control deal combat to player, tap all lands the player controls and untap all lands you control. It's kind of cool if you have a good post-combat play, but maybe if your deck is really expensive, probably wouldn't do it. And then the Apprentice's Folly. Oh, you create copies of stuff, except it's not legendary, it's a reflection, and it has haste. But after that, you have to sacrifice. So you get a couple attacks in with your biggest creature reflected. It's kind of cool. I like this Twisted Sewer Witch a lot. This is really good. Yeah, Sewer Witch is just Rat Lord. You know, I want to build the red-black rat deck. Looks so simple and straightforward and fun. This would be a sweet Lord effect for that deck, so I like that. Plus you get all the impact trimmers and all that nonsense. I like it. This is a good card too, though. Artifacts and enchantments, super relevant ability in this format. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.